Ben, we'll start with you. Early in January, guys lost those games at Brown and Yale, tough fashion, blowing third period leads. Since then, you guys have gone on beating 5. What's been the key to turning things around after those 2 games?
I just think, finally we're starting to kind of hit our stride and play up to the level that we expect as a team. So, yeah, obviously that last Yale Brown weekend wasn't good by any means, but I think that kind of lit a fire into the group that was necessary, and we're seeing that come to fruition right now.
Yeah, Cullen, that could have gone either way. I mean, you guys could have sulked and going into the Clarkson St. Lawrence weekend, sulking about that, but instead you come out with 5 points. The next weekend, Dartmouth Harvard, 5 more points. You go from near the bottom of the standings and now tied for 4th with Colgate, and first round bye is a good possibility. So, I mean, you look back, what was the key factor in getting things turned around and not letting those 2 losses affect you?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it lit a fire under us, and I think the biggest thing was just closing out games. That was the tough part, was we were winning in both of them, and we let it slip away. So just hammering down on the details, that was the one thing that we preached, and I think it's really benefited us.
And you did that in the Clarkson game, did that in the Dartmouth game. You obviously come back from the rally in the Harvard game. So doing that, and of course this past Saturday against RPI. So are you guys gaining confidence with that?
Yeah, no, we're definitely gaining confidence. I think the group is definitely starting to believe in one another a lot more. Howdy said it since day one that he believes in this group, and I think he believed in us when we didn't necessarily believe in each other, but now we're starting to see that a lot more.
Ben, I remember you saying you guys there was anger after that Yale Brown series. How have you guys challenged that to put together, a run like this?
Yeah, I think that, our ability to kind of turn that negative into a positive just speaks to the character that we have in that room, and that's something that we always knew that we had as a group. So I think for us to, come together and turn the page pretty quickly and just kind of take it weekend by weekend since then, it's been, it's awesome to see. So we're just looking to try and keep that going.
John, how important is it to keep that this weekend when you go to Yale and Brown?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we owe them each a game, and I think it's big for us in terms of the conference standings to go and get those points.
Cullen, I want to talk to you about your offense. You got named the Defender of the Week on Monday with the 3-point game against RPI. In talking with Josh, I mean, he thinks last year you were pressing, trying to do too much offensively, trying to prove yourself, and even into this season. He said just basically, just relax a little bit. Have you relaxed, and has that translated into getting the points going?
Yeah, I think I'm just going out and playing hockey now. That's the most important thing, is I'm not really in my head as much. I think, last year I was definitely gripping my stick a little too tight, and there's no doubt I had a sophomore slump, but I've just kind of, at the end of the day, I'm still playing the game I love, and that's the most important thing. And I think that's the mindset I'm in, that's when I'm playing well.
Was that more, pressing and gripping the stick too much, more just trying to impress a new coach at that time?
I mean, it's definitely tough. I wouldn't say I was trying to impress him, but you definitely start all over. I worked with Rick for most of the year, and then JR. Then you have Lenny, who's the D coach, and Houch come in. You're definitely starting from ground zero again. I wouldn't say I was trying to impress him, but I definitely had to prove my worth, and I still am trying to really prove my worth every single day. So.
Cullen, do you feel like a major victory like the Mayor's Cup can really carry some momentum for you guys into a vital back half of the season right now?
I honestly think that it started before that. I think we'll just keep this confidence going from this point on. I think the Yale Brown weekend coming in on that Monday sucked. It was terrible. The vibes were awful. But then I think Tuesday, Wednesday come around and you realize that you're human and you're playing the game you love, like I said, and all your buddies still love you, your family still loves you, and you keep moving forward. And I think we just had to go into games with a little more detail and a little more hunger, and hanging on the leads is the most important part. So I think that was more the turning point.
Cullen, how important is it for you to help contribute to the offense? I mean, we saw that Saturday night. All your points were important points with the goal and the 2 assists. I mean, how important is it for you to help John with the offense from the defensive end?
Yeah, I'm still a defenseman, so taking care of our end is the most important thing. Yeah, I'm sure John didn't mind taking some weight off his shoulders for sure. But I mean, that's his forte, honestly. Like my job is to play defense, and just do what I can to help the team win.
John, does that help you lessen the load on you?
Yeah, I mean, all our defensemen. It's nice when everybody's getting points back there and the D are celebrating, scoring goals, especially Kells. Seeing those guys put up points too, so it's nice.
Yeah. On the 2 assists you had in the RPI game, both you sent the puck to the net. Obviously got tip-ins from Carter and from Villy. So, I mean, how important is it to be able to get that puck to the net and not hang around waiting?
Yeah, I think it's very important to get pucks on net. It's also a big momentum thing when we start hammering their goalie with more shots. When we're in the O-zone, there's a lot of times when you're making a lot of moves, making a lot of plays, but you're not really getting anything in the net. So sometimes you just got to get the puck on net and get some traffic there and win a net front battle.
Ben, how important is it for the defense to help contribute to the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, as a D-corps, they've done great at that all year. I think that one of their strengths, is getting pucks through the blue paint. So that's been awesome and consistent throughout the season. Which is a group of forwards, it makes our job pretty simple, and we just have to get there. So, we have a ton of faith in those guys producing and continuing to do that.
Ben, there's so much emotion on Saturday night. How do you guys ensure coming into this weekend that there's no hangover, effects from what was a really emotional weekend for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that goes back to exactly what we've been trying to do the last few weeks in terms of once Monday hits, the pages turn, and I think as a group, honestly, it's not like cliche or just a saying. I think we actually have done a good job at doing so. So, yeah, I mean, Yale Brown, there's a little bit of an extra incentive after what happened last time, but at the end of the day, we're not treating any differently. So.